Leah.
And I'm Deveter, and you're listening to
Let's Chat.
Hello, everybody. Today's episode is...
Behind the mask.
Behind what mask?
The pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic. We're still in that, huh?
9 months.
9 whole months. What does behind the mask mean to you, Leah?
Well, for me, whenever I'm somewhere and I'm just like looking at people and I want to smile at them, but they can't see my smile.
They can't see your smile.
It's so sad.
But they say you can smile with your eyes.
They can't see my smile.
You have a beautiful smile, too.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So today's episode, we just want to talk a little bit about the pandemic and how we as a family have been coping, and me and Leah and I as mother and daughter, how we've been coping being in the house together all the time.
Yeah.
We're together.
A lot.
All the time.
Yeah.
So pre-pandemic, what was life like, Leah?
So you could go outside without having like a face mask on. You could go to school normally.
That's true.
You can just walk into places and be like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
I can go to the movie theater. I can go eat out without having to take it down.
Right.
Have a grand old time.
A grand old time. So that's not happening anymore. We have to wear face masks.
Please
because
do so.
Please wear your face mask.
And social distance.
It's really important. We know that life will never go back to the way it was before. But we just want to make sure that all of our listeners are being careful, that you're being conscious, and that you're wearing your mask. So, behind the mask, do you find it difficult wearing your mask?
Not really. Sometimes it gets annoying, but I'm good.
Can we talk about
not that hard.
Maskne?
Oh, yes. Maskne is mask acne. So, like, your lower portion of your face around your mouth, your chin, is where I get the most acne because of the mask, because stuff is, like, touching my face, and it gets so annoying. Even though no one's going to, like, see my face, it's just there.
Yeah, it's really annoying.
Yes.
I find that wearing more like the cloth masks is better than wearing like those surgical masks. I don't like those masks. I don't know. I don't like those.
Yeah.
I feel like my face does break out with those on. But beyond the physical mask, what can we talk about regarding behind the mask? Like, what could that also mean?
I mean, for everyone, it's different because I feel like behind the mask is like hiding things. So like we could be having a great conversation right now and I'm like hiding so many things behind. Like it's just in the back of my mind that I'm not worried about right now. So that's why I feel like behind the mask is such like an important topic and why people should like voice out their opinions, voice out what they're thinking and voice out what's happening to them. And it doesn't have to be to like a whole lot of people. It could just be to one person that you trust. Or you can write it. You can...
Yeah, writing was my tool. That was what I used to communicate. We have a pretty sizable box, your dad and I, of letters that we wrote to one another that he wants to be buried with. Don't ask. But yeah, that was how I communicated. I had a really hard time like verbally talking to people. So I was always able to write my feelings down. And I think that it's important, that you're able to express yourself. So how do you express yourself?
I also write, but I like talking more. Yeah, I like to like talk to the person directly. And if not directly, I like to think about it a lot. So if I have like something happened, like a scenario happened, I like to replay it in my head over and over again. And I know that's not healthy for me. That's just the way like I do it.
Okay. And so how can I, as your mother, help you through the different things that you're going through?
Just be there. Like, you don't have to like buy me stuff. You don't have to like get me chocolate, even though, I don't like chocolate. So don't do that.
Right.
Just be there. Like, if I'm crying, like, don't be like, don't cry.
Right.
Just be like, okay, let it out.
Right. So in your opinion, it's important that parents allow their children to feel their emotions. Okay.
You need to feel your emotions. Like if someone tells you to hold it in, go somewhere where they're not and let it out.
Let it out. It's really important.
Not good.
Yeah. I remember at the beginning of this month with school, we weren't sure what was going to happen, whether we were going to be fully remote or if we were still going to be allowed to do hybrid, which you guys were doing, going to school every other day. And then, a lot of cases started coming up in our community, and we really decided that we didn't want you guys to go into the school building anymore, and you were really upset by that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I completely understand that, going to the school building gives you some sort of normalcy.
Especially since it's my first year in that school building. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, wow, I get to go up these stairs. I get to go to different teachers instead of just being in one classroom. Mm-hmm. And now that's gone.
How does that make you feel?
Upset, but like I understand it. Mm-hmm. Just like I felt like if I die, I die. So.
Okay. What does that even mean? If you die, you die.
If I die, there's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, but we're going to do everything we can to prevent that from happening. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you found out that school was closing, you were upset and you went into your room and you started crying. And I walked in not knowing exactly what to say to you. Truthfully, I didn't know what to say because I understood how you felt. Mm-hmm. So what did I do? What did I do?
You're just like there, kind of cried on you. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Like you didn't have to say anything because I didn't need anything. Like there's nothing to fix it. So, yeah.
So, what is the lesson that moms can get from that?
Sometimes you don't. It's not like what you say; it's what you do. Mm-hmm. So, like, if your child is upset or anything like that, you don't have to like say anything to them. Like, oh, it's going to be okay. You don't have to do that. You can just be there for them. But if they want you to say something, then you can.
That's really good advice to provide to the mamas out there. Yes. And I agree with that. I agree with you 100%. I think it's really important as moms that we make sure that our children know we're available to them. Mm-hmm. And truth be told, a lot of parents are feeling that as well. A lot of parents are accustomed to getting up and going to work every day. They're accustomed to being out and about and free and, being able to do the things that they love to do. And with this pandemic, it has made everything all the more difficult. Mm-hmm. Like I shared in our last episode, I'm a church girl. I love going to church. And because of this pandemic, we're unable to do that, which you guys love because y'all don't have to get up and get dressed and go out of the building.
Yes.
But yeah, it definitely has not been easy. I think that we're making the best of it. During this pandemic, we have definitely been able to eat dinner together as a family, and that's been good. What other things have we done during the pandemic?
We hung out a lot. Mm-hmm. We've played a lot of games. We have watched a lot of movies, TV shows, binging a lot of things. Yeah, we've done a lot of things together.
Yeah, Netflix and Disney Plus has certainly been good to have. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So what else can we talk about behind the mask? What about friendships? How has that been during the pandemic?
So early on in the pandemic, when everyone was alcohol wipe crazy.
Alcohol wipe?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was hard to like get a hold of my friends. Mm-hmm. It was like, are you guys okay? Mm-hmm. And like no one was answering back. Mm-hmm. So March, April, and like I want to say May, those months were kind of like really scary because there's like you just can't do anything about it. We're in total lockdown. Mm-hmm. So those earlier months were crazy to talk to my friends and not be able to see them. It was very upsetting. It kind of took a toll on me. I was like, oh, these people just like left. They're not responding. They're not like, I don't know if they're okay or not. Mm-hmm. It's like, that was really hard for me because I had a lot of friends in like my elementary school, and for them to just like go disappear, it was really weird.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How were you able to cope with that? I'm not trying to make this an interview Leah episode, but it's good to hear from a younger person's perspective what that means and how that can impact you. And for parents, what we can do to make sure that our children feel okay and are doing okay, even when we're not, right? So sometimes I want you to feel okay, but you don't feel okay. And it's okay not to be okay sometimes. Sometimes we have to go through those emotions. We have to go through those feelings. So what did you do when you were like, man, I can't get anybody on Snapchat. Nobody is responding to anything. What did you do? How did you, start to feel a little bit better?
At one point, I just let it go and said, all right, they're not responding. So let me just go focus on like something else. Let me go like watch Netflix or something, because I didn't want to spend all my time on that one thing when I had like so many other things that I can do. So yeah, that's just me. But like other people may have done something different.
Yeah. So. I know that, statistics have shown that domestic violence has gone up a lot during this pandemic, and people just don't have anyone to talk to. So if you're listening and you're having issues and you're struggling, you can definitely reach out to Leah and I, and we'd be happy to listen to you. And me, pray for you, that kind of thing. We're here for you. And we know that although we've been in this process for a while, that it's going to slowly get better. So just be encouraged. And, if you're a teen or a preteen and you feel like you don't have an outlet, there are definitely ways in which you can get support and help that you need. And this whole girl, tell me how many times you walked out the house without your mask?
3.
Only 3? How's that even
we
possible?
have a lot of masks in the car, so it's not like I can just be like, oh no, my mask.
Right.
But there's one in the car, so I'm good.
That's true. I walk out of the house without a mask all the time.
Because you're special.
Oh.
You don't use the actual like other masks. You have to use the cloth ones.
Oh. Because I'm special?
Yeah.
I am special.
Okay.
I like my, masks that are made by peoples.
Yes.
And not them surgical masks. So yeah, behind the mask, we've definitely again been coping as a family and communicating as a family. Something that I've, like I said, absolutely loved during this time is just being able to have dinner together and spend quality time together as a family has definitely been a great thing for me. And I wouldn't trade that. There have been some things that we started doing that I want us to continue to do as a family. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Well,
that was Behind the Mask.
That was Behind the Mask. What did you guys do during the pandemic? How have things been for you and your family? Hit us up on Instagram
at Let's Chat _podcast.
On Twitter,
Let's Chat _podcast.
And email,
Let's Chat, no underscore, but Let's Chat podcast with.
Yes. Hit us up. We'd love to hear from you, and we will definitely be back next week to chat it up some more. Yep. Thank you for listening.
Bye.